due. His great-aunt, Eileen, invariably warned, "You'll catch your death for sure." But what did that matter compared to seeing a goddess, beautiful and remote, indifferent to man, pulling the tides of the earth this way and that, a step beyond earth, and halfway to heaven? Barry's full name was Finbar Lewis Halloran. 8 Irish saints had been called Finbar, but the Church disapproved of Barry's surname, because it had come to him from his unmarried mother. Barry's mother disapproved of the way the Church held Ireland in a domineering fist, and called it beneficence. Roman Catholicism no longer had any influence over Ursula Halloran. When the second shot rang out, Barry assured himself, "I'm not afraid. I'm Ned Halloran's grandson." He did not really expect anything awful to happen to him. It never had, in all of his 17 years. "Besides," he thought, "the column must be near enough by now to hear the gunfire. They'll realize some feckin' prod's trying to kill me, and come at the run." If his mother heard him say feckin', she would tear strips off him. Ursula strictly forbade him to use bad language, though she uttered the occasional profanity herself. None of the rules applied to Ursula Halloran. She owned a dairy farm in County Clare, with a profitable side-line in horse-breeding. Although she employed hired men, she boasted that she could do anything they did, except for shearing sheep, which required more sheer physical strength than she possessed. But Ursula milked cows, mended fences, trained the young horses, and kept the farm accounts, yet still found time to be active in Bar Acht na Toe. Barry regarded his mother with awe. During the Irish Civil War, Ursula Halloran, known to her family as Precious, had been a courier for the Republicans. A 15-year-old girl on a grey horse, galloping across Clare with messages for the IRA tucked inside her knickers. After the Civil War, Ursula had gone to school in Switzerland. 2 years in a finishing school were a gift from her father's best friend, Henry Mooney, and his wife Ella. The time spent in Europe would forever set Ursula apart from most Irish women of her era. When she returned to Ireland, she went to work for Radio Erin in Dublin, and took an active part in the first days of Irish radio. She remained a devotee of the wireless, arranging her farm work around news broadcasts and programs of classical music. The wireless, which the rest of the world knew as the radio, had been part of Barry's life for as long as he could remember. Some of his earliest memories were of listening to Radio Luxembourg when his mother was not around. They played foreign music from exotic places like France and Germany and America. Listening to music, a boy could close his eyes and escape into his imagination. At the outbreak of World War II, Ursula had been employed in the Secretariat of the League of Nations in Geneva. Occasionally she told her son something of those nerve-wracking months when the fate of the world hung in the balance. He was fascinated by her stories, but resented their brevity. "You always leave out the best parts," he accused his mother. "You don't need to know everything," she retorted. Ursula retained a number of friendships from those days, and was still interested in international politics. National politics infuriated her. The Civil War had left Ursula with a permanent loathing for the government established in its aftermath. She never had a kind word to say about the Free Staters, as she called them. Barry enjoyed her rants. He deliberately introduced topics into the conversation which he knew would set her off. A casual mention of the emergency might elicit, "During World War II, the Free State government didn't have the industrial resources to make gas masks. They couldn't provide for their own citizens. Finally, they had to bring the masks in from Britain, as they bring everything in from Britain. They're West Brits to a man, every one of the Free Staters." To call someone a West Brit was the